afternoon, happy travelers.
Greetings from the Adirondacks. We spent the last couple days near Buffalo, New York visiting my parents, and we're gonna spend the next couple days driving up into the Adirondack Mountains.
We're lucky that we have some flexibility with this trip because that is key when you're doing a fall road trip in the Northeast New England area, because you never know quite when the leaves are gonna peak, but I think we've timed it really, really well.
We're in the town of Old Forge right now, and for the rest of the day we're just gonna be driving north, kind of getting lost, and we don't really have much of a plan.
Since we weren't really sure when the leaves were gonna be best, we just kind of left it open-ended. I think we're just gonna explore and eat as many apple spice donuts as we can and pumpkin flavored things as we can, and I'll torture this guy with all the fall stuff.
She's going real basic this time.
I love it. So far, I'm really impressed with the fall colors. I think we hit it just right. Our plan is to go up Route 28, kind of through the middle of the Adirondack Park, which is like a gigantic state park, I guess. Although there really aren't a lot of places to pull over, which may be a good thing because we might actually make better time that way. I would probably pull over every 10 feet. We did find a parking lot to 7th Lake. There are so many lakes, they kind of gave up on naming them after a while, so we've come across 4th Lake, 5th Lake, 6th Lake. It's kind of funny. Found another spot to pull off at. Haha! I think there's a waterfall somewhere down in this direction. We don't have cell phone service, so we don't know how far it is, but it's a nice, pretty little walk, so we might hike in for 5 minutes or so. If we can't find it by then, I don't think we're gonna find it.
This guy.
Easily amused. I am glad we made this hike, although this is called Brook Falls, so I'm really not sure if it was wise for us to come over here. Something called Death Brook. It's pretty though. Survey says Brook Falls, worth a 10-minute hike. Not too bad, mostly flat. It was cute, I liked it, especially in the fall colors. Fall colors make everything prettier. It's just outside of Racket Lake in the Adirondacks, if you're interested, but it's a little muddy, so wear good shoes. Continue on?
Let's do it. We landed on a restaurant that was just off Main Street called Bitters and Bones.
It was way too loud in there to talk into the camera.
We had a really great meal. I went for a burrito. Kelly had an ahi salad? Ahi bowl?
Ahi tuna something with rice, I don't know. Everywhere I go, I find ahi tuna to eat.
Even though we're kind of far from the ocean, but it was still really good. We were able to book a hotel right here in Saranac Lake, so we're staying at the historic Saranac Hotel.
It's actually a Hilton property. You guys know how much we love Hiltons. We stayed at one last night as well. Although tonight we used Chase credit card points to book. Last night we used Hilton points to book. So doing pretty well with the points game on this trip.
The goal is to do the entire trip without actually paying for hotels and just using credit card points, and so far we're 2 for 2. So
far so good. Just a hot tip in a situation like that. Last night, since I booked through Hilton, I was able to get all of my member benefits because I am a gold status, so free breakfast and all that stuff. Tonight, since I booked with Chase credit card points, generally if you book third party, the hotel chains don't give you your status, so I won't be recognized as a gold status tonight, unfortunately. But what are you gonna do? It's still free. This room's pretty nice. It's definitely a city-sized hotel room, which is a little bit smaller than we're used to. But I think we're just gonna chill out and go to bed, and then tomorrow we have some more Adirondack adventures, so stay tuned for that.
good morning, happy travelers. It is another beautiful day in the Adirondacks. We had a little bit of a late start this morning. Earlier in the video, we said that we weren't booking hotels until the night before, just to give us more flexibility to go wherever the leaves are the best. That may have not been the best idea. It is Friday, we're coming into a holiday weekend. The whole area is very busy. We ended up having to book a hotel for the next couple nights in New Hampshire. We're cutting the last of our activities in the Adirondacks short and heading out that way today. It's about a 4-hour drive. A little unfortunate, but I guess that's what you get for not booking in advance. So the drive should be really beautiful, so let's get on the road.
We're about to cross into Vermont, and although the Adirondacks didn't quite have the New England vibe that I was going for, the colors were just out of this world. So if you're just going for colors, Adirondacks at peak, highly recommend. I would also highly recommend just going and staying in one place for a few days. It's a really, really big area. It's like 6 million acres is the Adirondack State Park, which is like as big as Denali National Park in Alaska. So just having that home base that you can come back to, I would recommend that. But like I said, we're about to cross into Vermont and we'll be getting those New England vibes soon. We did it. We crossed into Vermont. We're officially in New England. From the Adirondacks area, can't cross into Vermont very easily actually because there's Lake
Champlain.
There's Lake Champlain. It's very long and right on the border of Vermont and New York. You pretty much have to go all the way down to the south, all the way down to the north, or right, it's sort of in the middle. There's Plattsburgh where you can take a ferry across, quite a long way. So we had to come all the way south. And there are pretty much no fall colors down here yet. We'll have about 3 hours left in our drive. It's lunchtime. We decided to not sit down, just get some food to go because we have a nasty habit of taking way too long on our stops when we're on a road trip. So we're just trying to power through today. But this place is advertising lobster rolls, so.
We came to this little roadside sandwich shop called Gill Feathers, and it looks like they bake their own bread, cool artisanal sodas and craft beer. It's a pretty cool little spot.
It's like a grocery spot and pretty much everything in it looks local, which I love.
Getting a root beer.
It's a local root beer? It is. Local-ish.
So I went for the build your own sandwich, and since we're in Vermont, I was able to get maple walnut bread. If you're in Vermont, what other bread is there to get other than maple bread? The color wasn't good at first, but we've drove up into the hills of Vermont, and I don't think it could get much better than this.
pass into New Hampshire. Live free or die.
Is that their motto?
It is. Literally said that on that sign. So we're about 40 minutes away from our destination. It's been a really pretty drive so far. Pretty tired and pretty hungry, so I think our hotel couldn't come soon enough.
I think that's gonna do it for this one, but be sure to subscribe and check out our next video where we're gonna be exploring New Hampshire. This is Kelly and Kevin from the Awkward Tourists. Peace out. We've been keeping track of all of the foliage trackers? Fall foliage? Foliage trackers.
Just left it open to
Damn trailers. Natural. And it's leaf peepings, it's peak, and it's peef, and it's peak.
So maybe could be good. I think Kevin's into it. Oh, sorry. Nope, I was just blinding him.